There's a home here in Roseburg that sat on the market for about 400 days. That's nearly 13 months. It was the perfect house. It had a beautiful deck with a great view of the North Umpqua. A community shared 5 acres beyond the property with a private boat ramp. This place had mountain views, 2-car garage. It was a great house and nobody wanted it. Or at least that's what it looked like. Because once it hit the right price, 4 buyers jumped on it. 48 hours right after a price reduction. I want to walk you through exactly what happened to this property. Because whether you're thinking about selling your home or buying one, this story has something important in it for you. And if you've been watching a listing sit and wondering why it's still available, this video might have the answer for you. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about this house. It was built in the mid-70s, over 2,000 square feet, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, sat in a great neighborhood with the North Umpqua just right beyond its yard. It was out of the flood zone. The backyard opened up to about 5 acres of community shared property, shared between about 35 homes. That had a private boat ramp, which was on a calm part of the river, so you can take your kayaks out there and have a great time, just right beyond your yard. So this house had mountain views, sounds of the river all the time, and it was so peaceful. Great landscaping, rhododendrons, all kinds of stuff. It was perfect. The seller had just done some recent updates, a new electrical panel, tankless hot water heater, and a new heating system. And just to say it plainly, this house had everything. On paper, this house was perfect. Great location and really hard to replicate in today's market in Roseburg. Now, the problem is it was originally listed at $650,000. Now, I'm not going to be critical here, but I walked through it at that time. And just right down the road, I had a home that I had listed for $600,000 and it was in way better condition. And this home in particular needed updating. Carpets, interior, the kitchen was dated, the bathrooms were dated. There was just a lot of little things about the house, but it was just really dated and not updated. So that really didn't match the price. And buyers in this market are pretty savvy. They do the math. They look up what it's going to cost to update this place and then subtract that from their ceiling. And so it really doesn't match up with the $650 price range. They're comparing it to other homes for $650 and are finding much better options. But maybe they're giving up a few different things. Maybe it's a really updated move-in ready home. Possibly it's not on the river, possibly not as great views. But when buyers were comparing this house to other houses, this house lost every time. Now the seller wasn't wrong about the love of this house, but loving a house is not a pricing strategy. So what does 400 days on the market do to a house like this? So for sellers that are watching this, 400 days on the market is visible to every buyer and agent. After 30 days, buyers are starting to wonder what's wrong with the house. After 90 days, it becomes invisible. People just start scrolling by it. Agents and buyers. This happened to me with this house. Once the price dropped, I didn't even notice it because I just considered when I first saw it as a $650,000 house, and I knew it was overpriced at that point. So when I kept seeing it come back up, it didn't even occur to me. I was just scrolling past it. Now, if I was doing a search for you, then that house would have popped up on a new search with a price reduction. And that's actually how I got to go see it again. It popped up on somebody's search. Here we are going to look at it. And then after a house sits on the market for 6 months, it's kind of got a stigma that price can't fix it. And with this particular house, the seller went through multiple price reductions. Each one of those price reductions was a public admission of overpriced. Now with each price reduction, it generates a brief spike of interest and then silence because the price still wasn't right. So here's kind of the honest truth with you sellers that are watching this. Overpricing the home doesn't just cost you time. It costs you money because by the time you get to the right price, the market has already forgotten you. And the buyers that would have competed for this home on day one are long gone. So this home started at $650, multiple price reductions over 13 months. The final list price, 500. And that's $150,000 difference. And at 500, the math started making sense to a lot of buyers. Because for 500, it's going to be really hard to get a home in this neighborhood with direct access to the river and amazing views. So with that money to do all the updates, now you are going to meet what comparable homes with updates are going to be selling for right now. So once the price dropped to 500, I went and showed it to a set of buyers and they loved it, made an offer. I was one of 4 offers that was in, but there was 4 offers in 48 hours. Why so fast? Buyers and agents who had been watching this home for so long, and my buyers included, finally saw the value in this home. The right price, unique features that you're not going to find in any other home because there was really no substitute for that location and that price. And at that right price, buyers knew it was good. And it went pending 400 days after it originally got listed. The lesson here is the demand is always there. The price was pretty much the only thing that was standing in the way of the seller and a sold sign. So for sellers, price is not what you love about the home. It's what buyers are willing to pay. Overpricing doesn't protect your equity. It destroys it over time and price drops. If your home needs updating, price it accordingly. A well-priced home creates a lot of competition, and then that competition will create leverage. If you are thinking about selling and want an honest opinion about pricing, not a number that's going to make you feel good, but a number that is actually going to get you results. And that's exactly what I do. I got a link down below to book a call with me, but I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to tell you I think your home is worth more than what it is. I'm just going to be honest with you at what it is going to sell in today's market. Now, if you don't want to list it at that price, absolutely fine by me. If you do, that's great. Let's get it sold. Now, the lesson for buyers, long days on market listings are not always bad homes. And sometimes they're just mispriced good homes. This house did not sit on the market 400 days because something was wrong with it. It was because it was overpriced. And if you are searching homes online right now and find a house with 200 plus days on market, don't just assume something's wrong with it. Ask your agent why it's sitting. Is it price? Is it location? Is it condition? That answer really matters. Sometimes the best deals are the homes that people have already written off. So the buyer of this house is the one who won. They won a North Umpqua River home at a great price that leaves a lot of room for updating, which this house needs. And I'm not sugarcoating that. It really needs some updating, but it was livable and it wasn't a dump. It was a great home. So once they do that updating, they've got some really good built-in equity already. And if you are scrolling around and want to look through some listings like this one, homes with real upside that other buyers are missing, this is something I do every week. The first link in the description is a link to book a call with me. This property that we're talking about today is the perfect case study in how pricing affects everything. The timeline, the stress, and the final number, and who ends up at the table. I've seen this happen time and time again. If you're a seller, I'd love to have an honest conversation with you about your home's value before you list it, not 400 days after. And if you're a buyer in this area looking for a home with some great potential, I've been working this market for a long time and I really know it well. So give me a call. There is that link down below. Book that call. Also, if you've been watching this video all the way through and want more on living, breathing, buying and selling here in the Roseburg area, pros and cons and that kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button. I put a video like this out every week and I'm just happy to help. So with that, you guys have a great day and I will talk to you later. Check out these other videos about buying and selling your homes. Talk to you later. Bye.